Right now with this one here, this is going to be the more in-depth video of explaining what's going on with it. I did do it briefly last time I was here, but now it's kind of more prominent, like, in a way, like it's worse. So basically the motor is stiff. Like it'll still run, but so I'm tapping it like going like this, that type of pressure. It won't move. If I do it harder, still nothing. It seems to be that depending on where the motor is positioned, it will spin or not. And this fan we've had since 2004, so we've had it for 20 years now. So that time it spun a bit more, so if I turn it on to speed 1, it's trying to spin. You can hear it's running, but it's not. So basically I kind of had to push start it, but it also depends on what position the motor seems to be in. Because there are times if I turn it on, speed 1, it will turn on. And the reason why the canopy is up is because I did spray some WD-40 in there, and I also put some 3-in-1 oil just to see if that would help it. Did absolutely nothing. So at this point I'm thinking it's a bearing issue that it needs to get new bearings. And after 20 years of it being used constantly with the heat here, honestly, it doesn't surprise me. There are times that my grandmother would forget to turn it off in the daytime after she used to go to work. So it would be used day and night. Speed 3 is the only speed that doesn't have trouble actually starting to spin. And the glass isn't broken, I just took it off just because I'm trying to like do some diagnostic stuff, so I didn't want it in the way and have to like bang into it and such. And the reason why I'm thinking it has to be a bearing issue is because since it goes slower in general, since it's stiff, each speed it runs on is slower than the other 2 KDKs. What I'm going to do now is just turn on to speed 5 briefly. So as you can see, it's making that sound, which I actually have not heard before. So the speed it's on right now is about as fast as it will usually go on speed 1, which is actually pretty slow. I'm going to cut it here and show the one that's in my bedroom on speed 1 just to show the difference. So as you can see with this one on speed 1, it goes a bit faster than the one in that room. So I'm going to go ahead and move this one up to speed 2 and come back in a bit to show the difference between the other one and this one on speed 2. So it's stalled out, so I moved up to speed 3 right now just to get it going. And then I'll put it on speed 2. But yeah, that bearing noise it didn't make before, but it was making a little bit of a hissing sound before I put some WD-40 in it. Oh no, I didn't put 3-in-1 oil. I did that last time I was here. But I figured I'd try WD-40 because the motor's stiff. It wasn't making any bearing noise, but now it is. But yeah, basically this is as fast as it'll go in speed 2. So I'm gonna go and show the other one to show the comparison, and then I'll pick it up back over here with this one, then show it on speed 3. Alright, so here's this one on speed 2, and as you can see, obviously it goes faster than the other one. From here on, the other one on speed 3, 4, and 5 is close to this one, but this one definitely goes faster. But it's on speed 1 and speed 2 that the other one has a lot of trouble with. This one obviously has no trouble about any of the speeds, but yeah. So here this one is on speed 2. Now we move both this and the other one onto speed 3, and then go from there. All right, now to move it to speed 3. So yeah, on speed 2, this one doesn't really stall out. It'll stall out more on speed 1. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is when I come back later on, let my cousin take it back down, bring it to the place I've had some of the fans worked on here before, have him swap out the bearings in this, and hopefully from there it won't have the issue. And if it does, then at that point I might have to make the unfortunate decision of retiring this one and putting a new fit in here, a new KDK that is. But obviously I'm keeping it as sentimental, but yeah. But speed 3 does alright. This is more of like speed 2, speed 1-ish compared to the other ones. So let me go and show the other one in my room, and then I'll show this one on speed 4. So here's this one on speed 3, and as you can see, it's definitely going a bit faster than the other one. It's not extremely fast. From what I'm noticing, the other one has issues more so on speed 1, speed 2, and such. Whereas speed 3 and onward seems to be similar to this, but it's definitely noticeable that it's slower. So I'm going to cut it here and show the other one on speed 4, and then I'll come back showing this one on speed 4. Alright, now to move it to speed 4. Oh yeah, when my cousin took it down after I left here in April, he fixed the light kit, but I guess he didn't know about the bearing issue and all that, or didn't understood it when I explained it to him. But that at that point has to be brought. At that point, it would have needed to be brought to a shop anyways. Yeah, speed 4 it does all right. This is more of like a speed 3, speed in between. So yeah, let me go ahead and show the one in my room on speed 4, then I'll come back and show this one on speed 5. So yeah, here it is on speed 4. As you can see, this one goes faster on speed 4 as well. Not much to say. I mean, it just goes faster. The bearings in this one are in better shape, obviously. So yeah, I mean, this one doesn't get used that much, only when I'm here, really. So yeah, so when you cut it here, show the other one on speed 5, and then I'll show this one, and then show the other one spinning down. All right, now to show this one on speed 5. Started making a sound when I moved up to speed 5, so I'm going to slow it back down because it looks like it's making too much noise. Some sort of squeaking sound, which they tend to do sometimes after some time, but so it still works well on speed 5. It's just the slower speeds it has trouble with, and problem is sometimes they do use them on the slower speeds, and I just don't want to have the fan have like the windings fry and such, just because it's in the slower speeds and then it's overworking itself with the heat here. But yeah, let me cut it here, and I'll show the other one in my room on speed 5, and then I'll come back here and just show the quick spin down it does. Alright, so here's this one's in speed 5. The other one I'd say is about the same as this. It's like in between speed 4 and speed 5 on it, like compared to this one. Like it still goes fast, but this one definitely goes a bit faster on speed 5. And I'm feeling more air from it too, and such. But I mean, this one's basically 20. I mean, with this one only being a year younger and such, and getting used a lot less, kind of goes to show how the other one getting overused basically causes the bearings to go out quicker, because that one sometimes will get left on in the daytime for the past 10, 15-ish years since it's been in that room. Yeah, because we put it in that room 2009. So it's been there for 15 years already, gonna be 16. So since that one's been there often, left on, back when my grandmother still had a pharmacy, it would quite often be left on when she went to work, and then she'd come back at night and then go to bed. So it would get used almost all 24/7. Whereas this one only gets used when I'm here, so yeah. Now I'm not gonna do spin down on this one because this one has like a pretty long spin down on it as it is, so. And it's mostly, I'm focusing on the issue of the other one. This one doesn't have issues except for the control. Sometimes I want to turn it on, like lose connection of some sort, but something like that for the past 10 years. But basically, at this point, the other one would have stopped spinning down. So just to give you guys an idea, that's why I'm cutting it here for this one. So let me go ahead and show the other one and wrap up the video. So yeah, let me cut the power and just spin down, which will be pretty quick. I'm not going to show the other one on spin down because you guys have seen the other videos of them in the past, and if not, go ahead and show it. But the way this one spins down, it stops kind of abruptly, which is the other reason why I'm thinking it's definitely well, I already knew it was a bearing issue, but that's why I'm thinking that it needs to be replaced. Because after putting WD-40 in it and putting oil in it the past few times I've been here, and it's still no change, that's telling me that the bearings are starting to go out. But after 20 years of being used constantly, probably out of all the KDKs, this one probably gets used the most out of all of them, and yeah, it's stomping even quicker now than it did last time. So yeah, so that's definitely telling me it needs new bearings and such. So what I'm gonna do is, before I leave here, I'm gonna take the blades off. That way nobody accidentally turns it on thinking it's still fine. Okay, if they see the blades off of that, they know it's not working. And since we've been having them use, my grandmother used this fan because that one's out of commission. I don't know if it's fixable. Apparently that one fell down while we weren't here, so they gave it to somebody to fix, but I don't know if they've ever fixed it or not. But if I don't get it back, it's whatever. But I mean, it was this spare fan I bought anyways, and they're very common. And it wasn't. I mean, I liked it, but it's not that it was sentimental. But these two right here are the sentimental ones, because these are both fans that my uncle got before he passed, and this is the first KDK I ever had, and that's the first pedal stone one we've gotten. So yeah, so I definitely want to try to preserve this. So like, if the bearings don't solve the solution, what I'm gonna end up doing is replacing it. And as much as I'd like to keep this one here, if we do have to swap it out, I was thinking of putting it in my grandfather's old room, which is now a guest room. And if not, I'm just gonna keep it part of the collection, which it's already technically part of the collection. All the fans here are mine anyways, but physically like have it in the States and such. That way I don't have it getting more worn out if it's not in the shape of being used as a daily runner anymore. So yeah, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.